This is this is so crazy. Oh man, how is none of this getting tangled up? He's basically doing jumping jacks with his hands and this yo-yo. This is unbelievable. The camera can barely catch how quickly this yo-yo was going, and it is absolutely remarkable. Just the precision, the hand-eye coordination, the dexterity that's required for something like this. I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what happened, but it looked fantastic. That was a show. I don't even know what more you could possibly want. Hey everybody, Nick from 9Card TCG, and today we have the EUIC finalist, Frank Persick, also known as Steak Frank on Twitter, which you can find a link to his Twitter in the video description, and he is here with us to talk about what it's like to play on such a big stage and then also play some Pokemon afterwards. So I'm super excited. I'm going to get into it, but before we do, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe, leave a like and a comment on this channel. It lets you know, or lets YouTube know, that this is a good channel and other people should watch it. If you're in the market for some TCG accessories, I am now affiliated with Dragon Shields, which means you can use the link in the video description to get yourself some awesome Dragon Shield matte sleeves. They're the only ones I use. You show up to regionals looking and feeling like a pro. If you use that link, I get a kickback, which means I can make more and better videos for you guys. Lastly, there is a link or a button to become a member, and you can also rent decks. You can rent competitively viable decks at 9Card Deck Rent, and you can try it before you buy it. Links to that in the video description, but none of that's required. Just you being here is enough for me. Now, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and meet Frank. Frank, thank you so much for being here, and before we even go any further, congratulations on your second place finish at EUIC.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here.
I think the first question we have to ask is, how does it feel?
Yeah, so it's been about a week now. Actually, yeah, exactly a week since the tournament ended, and I'm still like pretty much in awe. Like part of me like can't believe it, and just part of me is like super excited and relieved that I like got this big finish that I've been just like itching for so long. So yeah, I'm on top of the world still.
Yeah, I could only imagine. I'm super excited just talking to you. So I think a good question to go with that is, how did you kind of cope with some of the nerves leading up to being on stream, going into day 2, top 8, top 4, and then that finals match?
Yeah, that's a great question, because that's something that is really relevant. So I've been in day 2 like a number of times, and so like day 1 to day 2, like that's like felt pretty normal for me. Like I would have been disappointed if I didn't make day 2 at the tournament with how much effort that I had put in. So like once I was there, I definitely just like felt pretty good. I was the 4th seed, so that was like really nice. I was honestly excited about that. I was hoping to go definitely do better than 6-2-1. Like I was definitely hoping to go like 7-1-1 or 8-1 or something like that. Because like, you know, wanting to make top 8, you really have to get a strong record day 1, so you can kind of like, you know, it's a little easier on you day 2. You don't have to have like a perfect day 2. So I felt really confident going into the first day, or going into the second day. The nerves hadn't hit me yet. And then I lost my first round, so I was like a little nervous, a little bummed, but I knew if I just like could win the rest of mine, I would do well. So I didn't really let it get me down. And then going into my last round, I was nervous about having to like play it out or tie, because I wasn't sure like if I would make top 8 or not. But I got paired against a good friend of mine, Pedro Eugenio Torres, and he had shown me his phone, and he's like, yeah, just ID, like we're both in, it's guaranteed, like go ahead. And so it ID'd both into the cut, and that was like amazing. And that's when the nerves like started hitting me a little bit, because so I had top 8'd in IC already in 2018, and that was like really big for me, and I definitely was super nervous playing my matches during that tournament. And you know, I'd never really been in cut before, and so that was really nerve-wracking. And so this time around, I like really didn't want to just like choke in top 8 again, and like I really wanted the trophy so bad. You get a trophy for top 4, but not for top 8, and I don't really have any like anything to commemorate a lot of my tournament appearances or like, you know, good tournament finishes and anything like that. So I really wanted this trophy. It's the first IC trophy that they gave out, you know, in the new trophy that they just made. It was beautiful. I wanted one so bad. And so when the top 8 standings came up, looking at who's in top 8, I was really nervous about playing Tord because he obviously knew what he was doing, and his Urshifu list was probably the best poised to beat Whimsicott of all 5 of the Urshifus in cut. And I was a little nervous to play against Gustavo if I had hit Gustavo because someone playing the deck the same 60 as me lost to Gustavo in the first day, and I didn't really know what was in his deck, so I was like kind of nervous about that. And then the pairings came up, and I hit Tord, and I kind of like my heart sank. I was like, oh man, I was like, that was literally the worst possible scenario for me. Like, that's probably the best player playing the best deck in cut. Like that was like the best deck built to beat mine was Tord. And so and then I figured they'd stream it as well because I thought they were going to want to put Tord on stream and Whimsicott on stream. So I was like, oh, I was super nervous. I'm like, I'm probably going to have to play this on stream, and I can't choke. And luckily it didn't get streamed, and my nerves kind of calmed a little bit. I was still a little nervous, but I just like went into the game and tried to get my everything in order, tried to relax and focus, and I played like really, really good Pokemon. Like I think I played perfectly those 2 games and was able to 2-0 him. And so after that, all stress like went away. I got my trophy. I did better than top 8. I got my semi-finalist, and I was paired against Pedro, who's like already a good friend of mine. And so if I had to lose to somebody, I would have been happy to have lost to him in top 4. And so it was actually a super relaxing top 4. And then by the time I got finals, I was just like, I'm here. Like, you know, this is as far as I can get. And win or lose, like I'm, you know, going home as a finalist with, you know, I have my trophy, gonna get, you know, a good payday, and I wasn't too concerned of whether I would win or lose. It would have been nice to win for sure, but
yeah,
it wasn't in the cards for me. But that was totally okay. So after that, the top 8 match, everything kind of like was pretty chill.
I do appreciate the not in the cards pun, being that we're TCG players. So
yeah, it really was. Like, I was like, the night before, I was like, all right, I am favored in this matchup. I know what's in, you know, Gustavo's list. I know what to do. I just have to draw what cards I draw and play them, and we'll see how it goes. And unfortunately, it did not go my way. I mean, that's okay. That's totally okay.
Listen, you still did incredibly well, and I don't know how many other people can say that like a top 8 performance, like especially like an IC or something like that, to choke a top. Like if I made day 2, I would just be over the moon. But I'm also not as a seasoned or as accomplished player, so I can definitely understand, you know, that desire to continuously push yourself. Do you feel now? Are you going to Indy or NAIC?
Yeah, I'll be at everything for the rest. So I'll be in Indy, New Jersey, Vancouver, Madison.
Oh, so you're all over.
Yeah. So I'll be at every tournament for the rest of the season in North America.
Very nice. Do you feel a certain level of pressure to perform at a regionals, or is it like, I've already gotten my IC trophy? If I do, like, whatever happens is just kind of what happens?
I mean, I always feel like a hunger to do well in the tournament. Like, I still definitely, I do feel like obligated to continue to do well now, because I definitely like am more in the relevancy, I guess, like of the community, and more in the eye of like a lot of Pokemon players. And so I want to keep that momentum going. At the same time, I don't want to just like have like my one tournament, you know, for the year and do well, and kind of like scrub out the rest of them. Like, I definitely have the pressure to at least do, you know, well at 1 or 2 more tournaments and kind of cement myself as like a top player. So I definitely would be kind of bummed if I didn't, you know, at least, you know, top 16 or top 8 another tournament. this season for sure. I'm gonna work extra hard. I definitely feel a bit of, not like a pressure to do well, but just like I feel more of like a strong desire. Like I wouldn't be upset if I didn't. I don't feel like I'm obligated to. Like I don't owe it to anybody. But it's I'm definitely after it for sure.
It's like an internal motivation.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, I 100% respect and understand that. But I'm always curious to know like how people perceived following tournaments after doing so well, like such a major event. I did kind of guess that it would have been like, no, like I want to continue and prove to people that like this wasn't a fluke, and that's pretty much what you had said. But like I said, because I'm such a new player, I don't know how I would feel. Like if I have time before I have to worry about that. But I do want to ask one more question before we start playing, and that is, how do you go about selecting a deck to play for any tournament, regional, 1K, IC, whatever it is? Like, do you have a particular process, or is it just you playing the things that you feel comfortable with and like?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty methodical with that. So firstly, I like to always have a deck as kind of like a fallback, or like a deck that I'm comfortable enough with and like can play at the tournament and don't have to spend a lot of time preparing for. So for instance, like for Indianapolis, I can easily play Whimsicott again. Totally fine.
Sure.
And so now that gives me time to, 2 weeks in between EUIC and Indianapolis to now like work on other things or like prepare, other decks. And so when I have a deck that I'm comfortable with and can kind of fall back on, I then start to think about, what the meta is going to be like. So like, what are people going to play? How are they responding to how EUIC went? I'm like in like YouTube video comments and on people's Twitters and trying to figure out like what people are enjoying and thinking about playing, and talking with my friends who talk to their friends, and really trying to get a good idea of like what this tournament is going to look like. And then I kind of just take all that information in and try to find the best deck selection, or just like the easiest thing that is common amongst those decks to exploit. And so for instance with Whimsicott, I knew there'd be a lot of RC Centellion, and I knew there'd be a lot of Mew, and I knew there'd be a handful of Urshifu. And that being said, I felt that Whimsicott V Star was a great deck to kind of deal with all of that. And then that's how I decided to put my time in preparation for EUIC. And so it's kind of just like finding those things like in the meta, or like, so for instance, like special energy reliance, or things that are that you can kind of pick on or kind of build your deck around. Not so much like a card or a concept, but more of, or not, yeah, so not so much a card or like a specific mechanic, but more of like a concept that kind of like is in the meta overall. That's really where I get my deck building from and like metagaming from. And that's definitely a skill that is can be difficult sometimes, and like something that I really feel like you have to be like in tune with like what the meta is. And so I'm always looking and trying to figure out what people are playing, and going on Play Limitless online tournament results and seeing what did well and what are people playing and what's popular. And so that's a big part of my deck building, deck choice.
So a lot of like pattern recognition, and like you see this same theme recurring in a bunch of different decks. And in the case of EUIC, it was a reliance on special energies, and Whimsicott shuts that down. So what a way to answer so much of the meta in something like Whimsicott. So yeah, I think that's really good advice for people who might be heading to Indy for their first regional, or New Jersey for their first regional, something like that. To maybe try and take a look at that. Does your deck fall into the current trends? Can you deal with the trends? Things. I think that is some really solid advice. So thanks for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's about time that you show me how some real Pokemon is played. So why don't we go do that? What do you have for us today?
So I have a Suicune V deck. It's pretty standard Suicune V deck. Oh, here, let me adjust my camera here. I can show you the deck a little bit. So yeah, I just have this Suicune deck sleeved up, Suicune Ludicolo. We got second at Salt Lake City Regionals by my friend Finnegan. And it's pretty much the same thing he played, just a couple changes, but nothing too crazy. And then I have one proxy in here, if that's okay. I only own 3 cross switchers, so my 4th cross is just to be this backwards card.
That's quite all right. Proxies are always welcome. I'm playing something that I think you'll have a pretty good time against, and that is
okay.
Gengar VMAX.
All right.
I haven't played Gengar in a very long time, and I said, you know what better time than right now? So why don't we go ahead and hop to it? So Frank, do you want odd or even?
Let me get odd.
Odd, all right.
Open up my Elite Trainer box dice.
That is a 6. So I'm gonna go first here.
Okay.
Oh. Let's see. Man, I have not played Gengar I haven't played really any single strike in quite some time. I haven't seen anybody use Gengar either. Like, it kind of fell off.
Yeah. It's fighting weakness and Urshifu being popular. Pretty tough for getting.
Yeah. Well, Frank, good luck, and you know, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
I'll draw for turn. I'll attach a Hiding Dark. And I'll Quick Ball and Earn. And we'll just kind of see what we got going on here. This is a non-Arceus build. So we're actually kind of running on Bidoofs. And I think I will get a Bidoof to kind of start things off.
Okay.
And I'll just pass it off from there.
Alright, I'm going to draw for turn. I will attach a Capture Energy. And with the Capture Energy, I'm going to get a Lotad. And then I'm going to go back in the deck. I will keep playing for 3 basic single strike Pokemon, or rapid strike Pokemon.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's a thing that Zabel does.
Good call.
Alright, I will draw for turn. I'll Evo Incense. We'll get a Houndoom, and then I'm going to Ultra Ball Boss and a Switch for everybody's favorite Beaver. I feel like I shouldn't say that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the tail mash.
Oh, man. And, oh boy, that could get me in trouble. And I will Industrious Incisors first.
Okay.
And we'll go for 5. And, well, I don't really like that Lotad. So I think I'm gonna boss it up, and I'll single strike. Okay. I'll single strike Roar. It has 60 health, yes.
50 or no, 60. You're right. Yes, thank you.
I mean, it doesn't make a difference because that Dark Slumber will KO it anyway, which is exactly what I'm gonna do.
All right.
And I'll put the 20 damage on from single strike Roar and take my prize.
So I'm going to promote the Sabo with the energy on. Draw for turn. I'm going to put Suicune onto my bench. And then I will retreat the Sabo. Then I'm gonna use fleet-footed draw. Nice, good top deck. I'll evolve to Drizzile and use Shady Dealings to grab a.
Do you mind just sliding that Suicune down a bit?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you. Yeah, excellent.
I'm gonna grab a quick ball and then I'm gonna use it, discarding a water energy. I'll grab.
It's gotta be a Melanie or a bucket, right?
Yeah. I'll grab. Interesting. A rescue carrier. Oh, quick ball. Duh. I'm getting ahead of myself. The quick ball. I'll grab another Suicune. And then I will me first. 1, 2, 3. And then I will Evolution Incense and grab a Drizzile, Shady Dealings for a Patience Bucket. Grab 2 water.
And I see you have the Champion's Path Hollow Waters.
Yes.
Which a lot of people don't like for some reason, and I do.
I think they're nice.
I know a lot of people think that they're a little lackluster, but I really like them.
So I'll bench. You have 210 HP. What's in your discard?
We got a Boss, Ultra Ball, 2 Boss actually. Switch, Evo, Quick Ball, Earn.
Okay. So I'm doing 200, 180, 160. Not quite enough.
Yeah. I was careful to not put a Pokemon in there because I didn't want it to get Echoing Horned.
Yes, and I don't think I have a way of digging for the Choice Belt. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to Blizzard Rondo for 160.
Which is still quite a bit. Because that puts me at 180. And if I Pain Explosion to try to KO, I KO myself too. So, we'll draw for turn. We're going to throw down a Path.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go ahead and Marnie.
Okay. Darn, my hand was really good.
Marnie Path works every time, right?
We'll see here.
I'll draw my 5. Hopefully we can find a VMAX here. Not quite. We're gonna Quick Ball this Manaphy. Well, that's a little unfortunate. I couldn't find a VMAX, but we'll go with the V here. You have 210, so what I'll do is I'll attach a Hiding Dark here. Man, this is where things get complicated. Before I do anything else, I haven't Industrious Incisors yet, so I should do that first. I feel like this path is going to stick for a while. I don't think Suicune really runs stadiums. So this thing's getting knocked out this next turn anyway, and I'm gonna look to have a VMAX. So do I bench the... I don't think I do. I'm just gonna Industrious for 3. Oh, man. I think I'll attach a choice belt to the bench. And then I'll just single strike roar to the active. I don't have many options here. And I'll Pain Explosion, and we will double KO.
Oh, you're knocking yourself out?
Yeah, because it's either that and go with Dark Slumber and hope you stay asleep, but that's like 50-50. I don't know if I'm willing to take that chance.
Who promotes first?
That's a good question. I was kind of hoping you would know the answer to that.
I can't remember. Judge?
I want to say you would if you're the attacker, or if I'm attacking. But
yeah, I'll just promote this weekend.
I mean, I'm gonna promote this Gengar anyway. So,
Okay.
And we both take 2 prizes.
Nice. Okay, so I will drop a turn. I'm going to evolve Drizzile to Inteleon and Shady Dealings.
Man, Pain Explosion doing me dirty.
And then I will Shady Dealings for a... I'm gonna grab a Raihan and a Cross Switcher. I'm also gonna pick up the card that I dropped.
I don't like where this is going.
This came out of my hand. It's a bucket. And then I'm going to Raihan from my discard to the Inteleon. Search my deck. Grab this card right here. Raihan's gonna go in my discard. Then what I'm gonna do is play 2 Crosser on your Bibero.
Yep, that's what I figured was gonna happen.
I'm going to attach a water. And then I'm going to Rescue Carrier and grab a Lotad and put on my bench. Then I'm going to I think that'll be it. And then I will... could have played this a little different. Yeah, actually, scoop up net, the Drizzile, evolve another Sobble, and put the Drizzile back down. And then, with that, I'm going to grab an Ultra Ball. Then I'm going to Aqua Bullet and put 20 onto your Gengar and knock out the Euro.
Alright. And I kind of don't have much of a choice but to promote this Gengar. And we'll draw for turn. So I don't like that Lotad. But I'm going to evolve to the VMAX anyway. I'll attach.
Okay.
And you only have one V in play, so this only does 120. It does 60, I mean, sorry. Or 80 with the energy. So we'll single strike roar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at 40 damage now. So the question is, can you do 280? You do 120, 140, 160 if you echoing horn, 260. Unless you have 2 echoing horns and I don't bench another Pokemon, I should be okay. And we'll research. I'll play the urn. Get these energies back because that was desperately needed. And as little as I'd like to do this, I do have to G-Max Swallow Up.
Alrighty. So I'm going to drop return. I'm gonna bench Suicune. And then I'm going to Shady Dealings for a Melanie. I'm gonna play the Melanie. Attach and draw 1, 2, 3. Very good. Level ball. To grab a. Oh, never mind. I think I'm gonna be 1 card short.
Well, I still have to be able to retreat and get this back into the actives this next turn, so.
So I'll fail the level ball. I will attach Tool Scrapper.
Okay.
And then I will Ultra Ball to grab a an Inteleon. And I will Inteleon for grab a Choice Belt and Evolution Incense. Evolution Incense for the Ludicolo.
Forgot about Choice Belt.
I know, I just needed the echoing horn. Um, so I'll attach choice belt, I'll rare candy, Ludicolo, um, and then I will Blizzard Rondo for 140, 240, 270.
So that puts me at 310. So I have 10 damage left. So we'll just use this just to say 10 damage remaining, and I'll draw a card. And now let's see if I can pull this off. We'll Evo Incense. I just want to see what we got in this deck. I actually don't think I can. I think both of my switches being in the discard means I can't double retreat. So I don't think there's anything I can do. So I can't attack at all. Yeah, I think I'm in trouble. What I can try to do is, this is gonna fail. I'm just gonna go back in a second, I think. Bench the Gengar. Will Ultra Ball, an Ultra Ball on a tower. I just want to see if there's anything I want to get. I have some energies in the deck, which I kind of need. So I'll just grab a Houndoom, whatever. I'll Quick Ball away the Houndoom. We'll get Houndour, doesn't really matter. How many cards do you have in your hand, by the way?
0.
0. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to Marnie you. So, I'm just going to go in and research. I will attach an energy to the bench Gengar. And I'll single strike Roar. It was very funny. I had enough cards in my deck where I didn't think I would draw into both single strike energies, and I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just single strike for you.
Yeah, you gotta time it before the research.
I honest to God did not think I would hit both. Like, I thought about it.
Really unlikely.
I was like, I purposefully didn't Roar before because I wanted to draw into one.
Yep.
And here we are.
That's crazy.
I will just retreat.
Okay.
This into this Gengar, because you have 3 prizes remaining. So I can't do anything else, so we'll pass.
Rough turn. I will.
Tell me you got that quick shooting.
No, I wish I had it. I will. I'm actually going to retreat as well into my Ludicolo.
Okay.
And I will then pass to you.
I'll draw. I'll attach an energy, retreat. I have the boss in hand.
Nice.
I'll take one of the Suicunes, does not matter. G-Max Swallow Up KO. My God, that was close.
Good game. Good game. I should have set myself up for that next turn. I should have Yeah, I was a little greedy and just trying to get as much damage on as I could. I should have just saved a should have saved the evolution incense, and instead of doing, instead of evolving to the Ludicolo, I should have just saved it. All right, so I will take my mulligan.
Yep.
And then I'll draw for turn. So I will go bucket. Quick ball. One of waters.
I feel like this is gonna be a quick game.
Oh no. Let me actually before I do that, let me shuffle from the bucket. Because I want to fleet-footed first before I quick ball sequencing. So I want more Drizzle or more Sobbles in my deck before I fleet-foot. And what do you know?
I hear sequencing is pretty important.
So I'll quick ball now. Yeah, see, had I taken a Sobble out of my deck, I might not have drawn in. Quick ball for that Sobble, and then I will level ball for a I'll level ball for I think I'll actually grab another Sobble for now. Don't think I'll need the Ludicolo next turn.
I feel like that path really helped me last game.
No, the path's very good. I'll attach water to active and then pass the turn.
Alright, we'll draw. Oh my goodness. We'll bench a Bidoof. I have to boss a Sobble.
Alrighty.
And then pass.
Oh no. Turn.
Yeah, that's how this is looking right now.
I'll Melanie to draw 1, 2, 3. I'll put down a Lotad.
I'm just expecting a scoop up net. Just
a
scoop up net, yeah.
Or I don't even know what I want. I think I'll grab an evolution incense. And then I'm gonna go back in. Scoop up net.
Who would have guessed?
And then I will shade dealings again for a quick ball. Quick ball, I will discard. Actually, we'll grab. Here's what we'll do. We'll grab another bucket. Just the one, I guess. And then we'll go back in, and I will evolution incense for a Drizzile for the quick ball away the water. Grab a Suicune. Don't think, have I fleet-footed yet?
I don't believe so.
Don't think I have. Well, fleet-footed. And then I will just Blizzard Rondo for the knockout.
Yeah, that. Oh boy. Alright. I will draw for turn.
How are the cards?
I got a Bibro.
Nice.
So we're just gonna go ahead and start. We're just gonna burn the evolution incense. And You already do 120, so I gotta try to maximize my industrious incisors here for 3. We get a research, so I have to research a bunch of good stuff away. On the plus side, I drew a perfect 7. Wow, okay. We'll tower. We'll tower away and earn. Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Single strike. Choice belt. I expect it to immediately get bossed, and it's your turn.
Alright, I will draw for turn. I'm going to Melanie onto this weekend. Draw 1, 2, 3. Fleet-footed. Draw again. We'll do 2 cross switcher onto the Gengar with energy.
Yeah. Why let me play?
Attach a capture energy and choice belt. So it should be
230.
230. And then yeah, I'll just attack for 230.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Well, this is gonna be a scoop because I don't think there's any way I can come back from this. I don't have any Houndoom set up, so I can't even attack with Gengar this next turn. If I evolve into the VMAX, you just blast it with Ludicolo. So I think we just move on to game 3, right?
All right, yeah, let's go to game 3.
Single strike, in general, is one of those decks that it can be when it's on, and when it's not, it is. Oh boy, it is not.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I am very partial to single strike decks, and I haven't played one in a while, which is kind of why I wanted to pick this up. Okay, I'll take my mulligan draw. And I'll draw for turn. We'll bench another Gengar, even though I don't really want to. And it's your move.
Alright, I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to fleet-footed. Draw again. So I'm going to quick ball.
Because drawing the first time just isn't enough.
I'll grab a Sobble, then I'm going to go back in. I'm going to catch a... Actually, let's not do that. We'll sequence correctly. We'll Melanie first. I don't want to take those Sobbles out of my deck when I can still draw into them.
So while you're searching, I think that's this is a good time to mention that the sequencing is, I mean, I joked about it before, but it is extremely important. And one of the things that Frank is doing is he is taking, if he was to play the capture energy and get a Sobble that way, he is taking a card out of the deck. He's searching for it when there's a chance he could draw it with Melanie. So now if he goes ahead and plays that Melanie, draws 3 cards, and one of them's a Sobble, well, now he could search for something different with capture energy. And it gives you more options. So make sure you play the cards in, think about the order in which you're going to play them before you do.
So that being said, I will Melanie. Draw 1, 2, 3. Guess what I got?
There you go. And now that capture energy can find you either a third Sobble, or it can even find you a Lotad, which is probably what I expect you to get.
Yep, so we're going to capture energy. And then I'm also going to level ball as well, so I'll have both of those.
Oh, so we might see a Suicune from the capture.
I think I'll actually grab the Lotad in the Sobble.
Okay.
See what's in my hand actually. I don't need the Lotad if I'm going to attack this turn, so we'll grab the Suicune actually. That's correct. And then think what we'll do is Wizard Rondo for 120.
All right, I will draw. Let's quick ball. We'll get rid of an urn. Oh boy. We'll get ourselves a little dog. Is there anything else I want to search for? I don't think there is. How many cards do you have in your hand, by the way?
5.
Okay, well, we're going to change that in just a second. So, I will be playing a Marnie.
Okay.
And there she is. And I'll get to draw 5. Frank only gets 4 because that's how we do things here. This isn't terrible. Well, quick ball for a Bidoof. I think that's one of the big issues with this deck is like you really want to prioritize Houndours so you can attack quickly and easily and set up second Gengars, but you also kind of rely on that Bidoof engine to draw, or the Bibarel engine to draw. It's like,
yeah.
Now, what do I get? I think that can be a really tough decision at times. We'll go ahead and air balloon onto this Houndour. And unfortunately, I'm going to pass. And I know leaving this Gengar on the active seems strange, but
I am going to draw. I'm going to bucket first to get these water energies out of my deck, so that when I fleet foot it, I draw a card that I actually want to draw. So then I will fleet foot it. Then I'm going to Evolution Incense for a Drizzile. Grab a quick ball. I'm gonna quick ball away the water energy to grab a low tab. Then I'm going to Melanie. Actually, I'll Melanie. So Suicune on the bench. Draw 1, 2, 3. And I will attach a water to it. And then I think that's all I can do. So then I will just Blizzard Rondo for knockout.
okay. We'll promote the Houndour with the air balloon. I'll draw for turn. We'll drop the tower. We'll Evo Incense for the Bibarel. And I have 1 card in hand, so I will Incisors for 4 as soon as I'm done shuffling. And that's kind of why I left that damaged Gengar in the active, because I don't want to... If I send up the non-damaged one, well, you're probably going to... I mean, you might not take it a knockout, but I'm just giving you more pressure. I need the Houndour to set up attackers, and I need Bibarel to draw, so it's like... Might as well just leave that damaged one in there and try to start fresh. So we got our 4. I guess we're gonna Ultra Ball away a VMAX and a switch. I'm gonna get a Houndoom. And from there, I think we research. 3, 6, 7. All right. We really did not hit anything we wanted to see. So I'm going to bench this Manaphy. I'm going to retreat into it. And then I will single strike. Well, I guess before I do any... Maybe, you know, before I do this... We'll play smart. We'll play smart. I'll quick ball a Bidoof away. We'll grab a Houndour. And, man, I better hit an energy off of this Houndour. Because I'm going to tower it away. So we'll Houndour, you'll tower the Houndour. No. Fantastic. I mean, I could try to get super greedy. But, man, it's gonna... I mean, whatever. We'll just go for it. We'll get rid of the boss and the Marnie. And I'll burn the 2 Evo Incenses. I'm not going to be... just going to play them. I'm going to get a Crobat.
Alright.
I just want to see how ridiculous this can get. So... And I still haven't even used Single Strike Roar. Because I'm trying to wait until I can find another energy here. So now I'll Crobat for 5. Okay. We found an energy. Now I can Single Strike Roar. I take 40 damage. My God, that was... all of this to just retreat and hope you stay asleep. So, we'll retreat. And I will just Dark Slumber for 80.
Okay, so I'll have 80 on me. And then I flip to Wake Up. If I can find the 8 here, yeah. So I'll flip to Wake Up. It's Tails, so I'll be staying asleep. I'll drop Return.
Let's see that double cross switcher.
Yeah, I'll double cross switcher.
I knew it! I knew it!
And then I will actually... I'll keep of Toughness my active, and then I'm going to attach a capture energy to this benched Drizzile, and then I will evolve to another Drizzile and grab an Evolution Incense. And then I will just Blizzard Rondo for the knockout.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And I'll draw for turn. Since you only have 2 prizes, you might as well evolve into the VMAX. We'll throw a Path down. It's a little late for that. I was kind of hoping I would, you know, the 30 cards I drew, I would eventually find one. We'll go ahead and quick ball. It's not going to find anything. We'll incisors for 3. I will play this urn. And I'll just roar it right back onto this. So we're at 60. Shuffle for good measure. Well, G-Max swallow up, take that KO.
Alrighty. I'm going to promote the Drizzle with the energy. And then draw. I'm going to bench Lotad. I'll evolve to Intellion and Shady Dealings. To grab this cross switcher and this other cross switcher. And then I'm going to just Echoing Horn to get the Crobat back onto the bench.
Yeah.
And then I'll double cross switcher and promote the Suicune and Blizzard Rondo for the knockout.
Ah, my goodness. Single strike really failing me, but you played very, very well.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you very much, Frank, for taking the time to, chat with us about playing in EUIC and playing some games here with me today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was super fun. I really enjoyed it. I definitely wanted to get some reps in with Suicune as well, so I appreciate you helping me out and playing some games with me. This was awesome. Yeah,
and of course you are welcome back anytime. And I said it. I don't know if I actually said it before, but I did put a link to your Twitter in the video description. So if anyone wants to go check you out and give you a follow, they should absolutely do it because you're a phenomenal player and just a genuinely good person to play and talk to. So again, thank you very much, and we'll be talking soon. So there you go, Suicune versus Single Strike Gengar. It didn't really go my way. I was able to take that first one, and I think it was a little bit close, and I think Frank trying to really push the pace gave me that opening to close out the game. However, I've said this a bunch of times by now, but that's one of the things about Single Strike is that sometimes you draw into too many wrong pieces at the wrong time, and games 2 and 3 just really couldn't find anything we needed at all, and it's just because you're so reliant on drawing cards at that right time and in the right order, and then if any of it goes wrong, the whole thing can kind of just fall apart. So that's one of the reasons Single Strike decks have kind of fallen out of favor, in addition to, as Frank mentioned, the fighting weakness on Gengar is really kind of problematic with things like Lucario, Sandaconda, Lycanroc, and of course Galarian Zapdos, and most importantly, as we saw at EUIC, Rapid Strike Urshifu. And I don't think fighting types are going away anytime soon, so having a all fighting weak deck in Gengar and Arceus isn't necessarily the best, and it doesn't even have that great of a Mew matchup if we're being super honest with ourselves. It's 55% win ratio or something like that. It's not even really worth the hassle or like the pretty frequent bricks and dead draws. But I'm kind of being a little hard on this deck. When it works, and that's just, ultimately you have to play what you like, you have to play what you know, what you're comfortable with, and maybe you are super comfortable with Gengar, maybe you really do like Single Strike. I love Single Strike, but it's just a little falling out of favor a little bit for me. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, found something a little informative. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, go follow Frank on Twitter, and yeah, that's gonna do it for us today. So thanks so much, and I will see you next time.